Right now, the Madison School's homecoming dance canceled or not? What we have found out.
Plus, a pair of Afghan refugees in the Dane County Jail tonight arrested after a pair of incidents inside Fort McCoy.
And later, the blueprint to success, what the Badgers need to do to bring home a big win against Notre Dame this weekend. That's all coming up on News 3 now at 10.
But first, breaking news, the FDA tonight grants emergency use authorization for a booster dose of the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine for certain populations. Those shots now approved for those 65 and older, and also for people at high risk for severe disease. Those whose jobs put them at risk of infection, like healthcare workers, teachers, daycare staff, grocery workers, and those in homeless shelters or prisons, among others, are also now eligible. Hundreds more students and staff in the Madison School District have had to quarantine in the last week due to close contacts with positive COVID cases.
In just the past week, the district reported 63 confirmed positive cases and 315 new close contacts and quarantines since last Wednesday's update. Madison schools have now reported a total of 162 positive cases and nearly 750 quarantines in about the last month. West High School continues to see the highest number of close contacts and quarantines in the district, which accounts for nearly 30% so far. High school has looked a lot different during the pandemic, and now Madison students worry they'll miss out on another major event.
So one Madison West senior started a petition asking the district to host homecoming dances safely, and Madeline O'Neill shares their requests and got some answers about where things stand. Maddie?
Well, official homecoming plans are still a bit unclear tonight, but today MMSD is providing guidance for schools on how to plan for homecoming activities next week, saying students and local leaders will work together on what that will look like. Now, this is all after a Madison West email early this week bringing about confusion over whether the dance would happen at all. Dances are some of the most noteworthy times of high school.
A lot of people have already made dinner plans, gotten their outfits.
Missing out on those memories is a real concern for Madison high schoolers.
We've already missed a year of all of the some of the best years of our lives.
After so long with school life turned upside down, these Madison West High School seniors were looking forward to getting back on their feet for this year's homecoming dance. The first Danny DeAngelis and her classmates would attend in 2 years.
Everyone was really looking forward to just a sense of normalcy.
Seeing that email, it really was heartbreaking.
Early this week, Madison West sent an email to families about the return of homecoming next week, noting that the dance had been canceled.
All the people who have asked me whether it's happening, they seemed really eager to go to the dance.
And following the science should mean that we could have an outdoor, masked, safe homecoming.
DeAngelis started a petition asking for just that, signed on by students and parents.
There's a lot bigger problems in the world than the homecoming dance, but it's been a tough, year and a half, and I think it would be really exciting for the kids to be able to experience that.
On Wednesday, a spokesperson for MMSD said West High School sent that information out prematurely and, quote, therefore turned out to be inaccurate, and that the district is not recommending cancellation.
Happy is underrated word. I would be super happy.
Happy for the chance to make those memories when they've already missed out on so many.
I would be really happy, and I think that it would be awesome for the students.
Now today, Madison schools, including West and Memorial, sent out an email saying that they're working with student leaders to refine plans along with that guidance from the district on safely holding events. So it's looking like students could get their dance after all, but as of now, neither the district nor the schools have given us a firm answer, with official plans expected to be released in the coming days.
Madeline, thank you. And the Madison School District opening rapid COVID testing kiosks outside certain schools with hopes to have all 14 open by the end of the week. Inside the white tent, students who aren't feeling well will receive 2 nasal swabs. The rapid test result will come back about 15 minutes. The sites are run by COVID Clinic and funded by federal emergency funding. And next week, the Madison School Board will vote on a vaccination mandate for all employees and staff. Now, just last night, on a 4-to-1 vote, the Monona Grove School District approved a similar mandate. All employees will need to be vaccinated by the start of December, and those who are not, without an exception, could be placed on unpaid leave or laid off.
And the UW system this year seeing a minor drop in enrollment. 11th. The initial fall numbers show a 1% decrease with around 164,000 students. Overall, enrollment increased at UW-Madison, Green Bay, and Superior, but dropped at the other 10 campuses. And take a look at this. Multiple water spouts were spotted off the shore of Chicago on Lake Michigan today on what was a gusty day there. You can see one of them forming right now. These spouts can occur in windy and unstable environments over large bodies of water. They're more common in warmer climates, but they can still happen here. Let's get a look at our certified most accurate forecast now with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti.
Those water spouts are actually more common during the fall when the lake waters are relatively warm and the air aloft is cool. So when you have cool air underneath overriding warm air, you get those updrafts that could cause water spouts to form, but they very seldom move inland, and if they do, they're very weak. Time-lapse from the WISC Skycam here showed some clouds this morning, but more sunshine as we progress through the day, and that will allow temperatures to drop off pretty quickly tonight without having much in the way of cloud cover. Out to the east, some showers across Michigan and Indiana, but they're blocked by drier air here. Temperatures this morning dropped into the 40s to lower 50s. High temperatures mid-60s to around 70 degrees, but right now we're near those lows for the day. Here in Madison, we're already down to 50 degrees, but dew point temperatures in the 40s and in some cases into the upper 30s. Frost could be a possibility as temperatures could drop into the mid to upper 30s up in Juneau and Adams counties north of the Dells tonight. Here in Madison, I'm thinking a low of about 43 degrees. Tomorrow, partly sunny, breezy, still a cool day with a high of 67. Be a little milder on Friday, a little cooler on Saturday, and then mild weather is on the way for next week. More details in the forecast in a few minutes.
Jerry, thank you. Developing tonight, 2 Afghan refugees who are being housed at Fort McCoy are now being charged with federal crimes. They will both make their initial court appearances tomorrow. These 2 men, a 20-year-old and a 32-year-old, were indicted today on federal charges for the unrelated incidents that happened earlier this month at the base. The 20-year-old accused of multiple instances of sexual assault on the base, one where he allegedly tried to engage in a sexual act by using force against a child, as well as 3 other counts for assaulting a different child. The older man accused of assaulting his wife by strangling and suffocation. Both men are currently in the Dane County Jail.
We're also seeing new photos from inside Fort McCoy. The U.S. Department of Defense shared these photos this week showing refugee children getting English lessons from volunteers. The department says the informal lessons happen at various times across the base. 33 major U.S. companies are stepping up to help the refugees. Amazon, Facebook, Pfizer, Tyson Foods, Uber, and UPS are among the companies that have promised to hire and train Afghans settling in the U.S. Amazon has said it would hire refugees in its warehouses and transportation centers with a starting wage of more than $18 an hour. In Rock County, from now until November 11th, online bidders will compete for a chance to own 3 portions of the former General Motors plant in Janesville. The auction opens at $750,000 on each of the 2 largest pieces of property, with a third, smaller piece starting at $225,000. The chance for redevelopment comes more than a decade after the plant itself closed, putting more than 1,000 people out of work.
Well, check this out. Many parents can relate to a video that was shared by the Boulder, Colorado Police Department this week, responding to a little girl who got her head stuck in a balcony railing.
All right, Lenny, can you move your head up just a little bit? Upwards. A little more. A little more. Up and out.
There you go. There you go.
Backwards.
You got it. You got it. Yeah. Woo! Good thinking.
So the officers actually used a battering ram to pry those metal posts apart just a bit so the young lady could get her head back out. She wasn't hurt and even received a police badge sticker from those officers. The Reverend Jesse Jackson going home after a long battle with COVID-19. A spokesman for the family says he's expected to be discharged from a rehab facility by the end of today. Reverend Jackson being treated there after he and his wife were both hospitalized with coronavirus last month. They were released from a Chicago hospital earlier this month to go to a physical therapy facility.
And some sad news. A beloved actor, best known for his role as Stanford Blatch on Sex and the City, has died. Willie Garson started his career with guest roles on shows like Cheers and Family Ties. An HBO spokesperson confirmed his passing. Friends and former colleagues have been expressing their heartbreak and love for him on social media. Willie Garson died following a battle with pancreatic cancer at 57 years old. Still ahead at 10, the Badger blueprint and what the team needs to do this weekend to pull off an upset at Soldier Field in Chicago.
But first, years in the making, meet the man who is donating more than 1 million pop tabs to the Ronald McDonald House. That story and more just ahead at 10.
to think about maintaining. Good thing the 2021 Volkswagen Atlas and Atlas Cross Sport have a lower cost of maintenance than Toyota Highlander. Come into your Volkswagen dealer today and lease the spacious and refined 2021 Atlas SE Tech with 4Motion for just $449 a month.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
Backed by popular demand, Hy-Vee drive-through flu shot clinics. Just follow the signs in your Hy-Vee parking lot to get your flu shot right from your car. It's easy, convenient, and no appointment or prescription is necessary. Drive-through flu shots are offered on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3 to 7 p.m. and Saturdays 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Or get your flu shot inside your Hy-Vee pharmacy at any time with no appointment necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, you get a 20-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver.
Fry Construction is celebrating 26 years of providing excellence in home improvements. We strive to exceed the expectations of our clients with each and every project we do. Respected by your neighbors and voted Best of Madison 2 years in a row. Best kitchen and bath design, best roofer. Experience the Best of Madison for yourself and save 26% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
This is Iowa. We just haven't been properly introduced. Say hello to the place where rolling hills meets low bills, where our fields, inside and out, are always growing, and where the fun is just getting started. This is Iowa. So, when are you coming to see us?
You've got enough to think about maintaining. Good thing the 2021 Volkswagen Atlas and Atlas Cross Sport have a lower cost of maintenance than Toyota Highlander. Come into your Volkswagen dealer today and lease the stylish and versatile 2021 Atlas Cross Sport SE Tech with 4Motion for just $439 a month.
Tomorrow on News 3 Now This Morning, we're taking time for kids.
We're talking family unit as you navigate your COVID concerns. Plus, we're watching the weather where areas to our east could see showers.
Join us from 4:30 to 7 for News 3 Now This Morning.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
Welcome back. The U.S. housing market's hot streak appears to be easing a bit. Home sales in August fell 2% from the July sales. It's according to the National Association of Realtors. While sales might be starting to slow, costs are still moving up. The median home price last month, nearly $357,000. That's about a 15% hike from the previous year. The new Verona area high school getting some national attention tonight.
The Associated General Contractors of America are calling it one of the most significant construction projects of 2020. The new Verona area high school is a $149 million state-of-the-art school measuring 590,000 square feet on approximately 7 acres, making it one of the largest high schools in Wisconsin. A panel of judges representing all areas of construction evaluated an impressive number of submissions this year. The awards were announced during the association's annual convention in Orlando, Florida. And check this out. A man from northeastern Wisconsin is making quite the donation today. Randolph Sievert drove 2 hours from Appleton to Madison today to drop off more than 1 million pop tabs to the Ronald McDonald House. He's been collecting them for more than a dozen years with his wife. She passed away in 2010 from cancer, and he decided to keep it going in her honor.
She just believed in this organization. Of course, so do I. Is the reason why we come down here. So I think it goes to a good cause.
The charity helps parents who have a sick loved one in the hospital. They're able to stay for free at a Ronald McDonald House. Today's donation equaled just under 1,000 pounds.
The Ryder Cup kicks off in just 2 days. This afternoon, the team's showing off this year's gear. Europe has won 9 of the last 12. They'll try to win on U.S. soil for the first time since 2012. The Ryder Cup's up at Whistling Straits in Haven, Wisconsin, near Kohler. The American team led by Wisconsin's own Edgerton native Steve Stricker. And check it out, the European team trying to lure in find some local fans to root for them? Not likely, but they might like the uniforms with some inspiration from the Packers. After posing for a photo op with cheese heads on, the players took the foam headwear off, threw it into the stands for the fans to enjoy. Packers legendary defensive back Leroy Butler hoping the third time is a charm for the third year in a row. He's made it onto the Pro Football Hall of Fame semifinalist list. Leroy played 181 games over 12 seasons, all with Green Bay. He's also known as the creator of the now iconic Lambeau lead. Butler isn't the only familiar face on that list. Receiver Donald Driver, safety Nick Collins, kicker Ryan Longwell are also among the nominees. A total of 15 finalists will be chosen.
And here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti with a look at our first warn forecast.
Well, fall arrived today, and boy, it kind of felt that way. The time lapse from the Queen Bee Radio Skycam at Platteville shows a lot of sunshine over southwestern Wisconsin, then a few fair weather cumulus clouds this afternoon, and notice how we cleared out again towards sunset. Three things you need to know in the forecast. Look for a cool night tonight. There'll be some patchy frost for areas well north of Madison, probably north of the Dells, and then high temperatures tomorrow will be in the upper 60s, but we'll start mild weather, especially next week and through next weekend with dry weather. The only rain chance really late Friday afternoon and early Friday evening, but frost advisories in effect tonight for much of central and northern Wisconsin, as far south as Juneau and Adams counties north of the Dells. Meantime, the tropics remain very active with Tropical Depression Peter, the remnants of Odette, the Tropical Depression Rose, and now this Tropical Depression, number 18, getting more organized. Latest from the National Hurricane Center has maximum sustained winds just below tropical storm force, 35 miles an hour. If it reaches up to 39 miles per hour, it'll be given a name. That would be Sam. And the forecast calls for this system to strengthen into a tropical storm and then eventually into a hurricane and perhaps even a major hurricane 5 days down the road. Now, still, you can see just at the far edge of your screen, that's where the Leeward Islands of the Caribbean are. So it bears some watching because it's heading in a general west-northwesterly direction. Usually storms at this latitude curve northward and miss the United States, but storms, remember Hurricane Andrew back in 1992, made a left turn and headed for the United States. So it's still a long ways out, but bears some watching. High temperatures today. Fall-like across our part of the Midwest, 60s and low 70s. A little more summer-like out to the west. Temperature is almost into the 90s over parts of eastern Montana. And on weather track, our upper-level winds right now are from the north. They become southwesterly out to the west of us, so that'll warm temperatures up, especially on Friday before a cold front moves through. But right now, most of the clouds and precipitation are off to the east in the vicinity of this area of low pressure. High pressure almost directly on top of us, giving us relatively light winds later on tonight. Temperatures have already cooled off into the 40s for much of northern and central Wisconsin, still hanging around 50 here in southern Wisconsin, but the dew point temperatures give us a pretty good indication sometimes how low temperatures may go, and we're seeing dew points in the 40s to the upper 30s, so we're looking for a chilly night tonight. On future track, the clouds generally stay off to the east of us. Tomorrow, still winds out of the north, keeping temperatures in the 60s, but as we head into Friday, those winds become southwesterly. Then we have clouds coming in with some showers, a brief batch moving on through, and then we're clearing out again by late Friday night and into Saturday morning. So our forecast includes that frost advisory for Juneau and Adams counties until 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Look for a high tomorrow of about 67 degrees to partly sunny skies. A little breezy, but other than that, not bad for this time of year. Friday, we're up to 75. Those winds become southwesterly. Again, chance for some showers. A little band late in the afternoon into the early evening. We drop off temperatures a little bit on Saturday, and then those temperatures back up into the 70s. Low to mid 70s all next week into next weekend. Nighttime low temperatures upper 40s to around 50. Very comfortable for fall.
Gary, thank you. And just ahead in sports, Badgers gearing up for a showdown at Soldier Field against the Fighting Irish. How Wisconsin plans to stop Notre Dame's explosive offense led by a familiar face. The Badger Blueprint is next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
At Star N Bank, we think having choices is important, so you can choose the products that are right for your life. What are you waiting for? Explore the possibilities today at starnbank.com.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of MyPillow. Thanks to your support, you've helped make MyPillow become one of the fastest growing companies in America. Over the last 12 years, you've helped MyPillow create thousands of jobs right here in the USA. Every MyPillow is made with passion here in my home state of Minnesota to ensure you get the best sleep of your life.
One of the things that I really like about MyPillow is the support. It gives my neck a little hug.
I've never slept better in my life. What's better than a great night's sleep?
Call or go online to take advantage of my best offer ever. For a limited time, when you use your promo code, you can get premium My Pillows, regularly $69.98, now only $29.98. That's right, only $29.98. That's the lowest price ever. I tried every pillow from expensive down pillows that just went flat to fiber-filled pillows that rebound every time you move your head. I even tried those memory foam pillows, and the curve did not match my neck, and it probably won't match yours. That's why I invented MyPillow. My patented fill adjusts to your exact individual needs and helps keep your neck supported and aligned.
When I got MyPillow, I'm asleep almost immediately. I stay asleep at night, and I wake up more well-rested in the morning.
MyPillow has a 10-year warranty, it's machine washable and dryable, and I back them with my 60-day money-back guarantee. Call or go online now to take advantage of my best offer ever. Use the promo code to get queen-size premium MyPillows, regularly $69.98 for only $29.98. Get king-size MyPillows for just $5 more. It's the lowest price ever. This is a limited time offer and not available in stores. Don't delay, order now. With our 60-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose. Sleep well, America!
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021 is here. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course lunch starting at $15 and a 3-course dinner starting at $25, featuring wine and more. Don't miss Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021, starting September 19th through the 24th. For participating restaurant menus and details, visit MadisonRestaurantWeek.com. Presenting sponsor, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund. Supporting sponsor, E&J Gallo Winery.
Today's the day to go farther with a partner that provides you innovative solutions for your own personal financial future. Explore the possibilities today at starinbank.com.
I love Cone. He was in our class, and he's a great guy, and I'd call him a friend. But, you know, it's a competitive sport, and I hope he has a bad game against. So that's all I can say about that.
As a Badger, Jack Cone was calm, cool, and confident, and it showed on the field. In 18 starts, he won 12 games as UW's QB1 and led Wisconsin to a West Division crown and a trip to the Rose Bowl. And his career numbers reflect just how good he was. 23 passing touchdowns, a completion percentage of nearly 68%, all while throwing for over 3,200 yards. Cone also rushed for 5 touchdowns, but after not playing at all in 2020 due to a foot injury, Cone transferred to Notre Dame, which led everyone to circle this game on the calendar and dubbing it Cone versus Mertz. Well, almost everyone.
Obviously, we have respect for Jack, you know, and appreciate who he is as a person and a player here, teammate, you know, but it's Wisconsin versus Notre Dame.
For me, it's a little different because I'm not like a defensive player. I'm not going up against him, but in a way I am. But like Coach said, it's Wisconsin versus Notre Dame. That's all we're worried about.
And with that, welcome to the Badger Blueprint. I'm Zach Hanley, and you already know who this is. Wisconsin State Journal columnist Jim Polzine. Good to know that it's Wisconsin versus Notre Dame, not Jack Cone versus Graham Mertz.
Right, it's such an easy storyline to think up, right? Jack Cone versus the guy that replaced him at Wisconsin. But as Paul Chris said, and as Graham Mertz said, they're never on the field at the same time. Both of their play will go a long way in dictating who wins this game, but it's not really a Jack Cone versus Graham Mertz.
While Mertz isn't actually going up against Cone, the Wisconsin defense is, and they aren't surprised by his numbers. In 3 games, the former Badger QB has thrown for 828 yards and 8 touchdowns. He looks comfortable leading the Irish offense. That's something the Badgers hope to change by finally getting the opportunity to hit their former teammate.
I think I might have hit him a couple times in a live spring ball practice, but it'll be fun just to go against him. I mean, like I said, a good friend like him, just guys competing. It's just like when you were younger and you're in the backyard playing against your brother. I don't think I've ever hit Cone in my life, so hopefully I get the chance Saturday. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, it's weird, like, watching film and stuff like that, seeing, you know, I'm studying Cone.
Now, the Badgers know Jack Cone, and Jack Cone knows the Badgers, but nobody really has an advantage when it comes to that.
No, I think it's different offense, right? Notre Dame is a completely different offense, different tendencies, all that's different. I think if anybody has a slight advantage, it's probably Jack Cone. He's gone against this defense a lot during his career. But on the flip side, Jim Leonard knows that, right? He's gonna offer some stuff that Jack Cone hasn't seen. He'll mix stuff up. He'll try to surprise Jack Cone.
Jack Cone isn't the only guy to watch on Notre Dame's offense. They've got some playmakers. The big ones, running back Kyron Williams and tight end Michael Mayer. Williams can do it all. He's averaging over 4.5 yards per carry and 14 yards per reception, while Mayer is just as good in the passing game, 17 receptions, 206 yards, and 3 touchdowns. The Irish thrive on explosive plays, and limiting those is number 1 on the Badgers' defense's game plan.
They thrive on big plays. They have some really talented players on offense, and they're going to find ways to get them the ball. And our job is just to try and limit it as much as possible and eliminate those big plays as best we can. They do a great job at getting the ball into their playmakers' hands, you know, their best players, and really trying to get it in their hands in a lot of different ways, too. So they're going to test us with that.
Big plays hurt Wisconsin in the second half against Penn State, and that's what Notre Dame is really good at. The Badgers can't let those two guys get loose on Saturday.
No, certainly not. This defense has been almost perfect this season, right? But you just think back to that second half against Penn State where they gave up a little bit too much over the top. The secondary had a couple breakdown issues. They can't do that against Notre Dame because, as we've seen in 3 weeks, Jack Cone and his 2 threats will make them pay.
There's a familiar feel on film while watching the Notre Dame defense. They're physical and they throw a whole bunch of different looks at you. Reminds the Badger offense a little bit of their own defense, except that they have a guy named Kyle Hamilton at safety, one of the best in the country. They're good at stopping the run. The Badgers like to run the ball. This is going to be a good test for the ground game, but it's probably going to go down to Mertz making some plays.
As it usually does, right? We saw in week 1 when Graham Mertz played poorly, this offense didn't stand much of a chance. I think the good news here is they've had an extra week to prepare for Notre Dame. They dive into that film and getting a little closer look. We saw a little bit of improvement from week 1 to week 2 with Graham Mertz. He needs to take another big step if Wisconsin's going to win.
And still to come, the Badgers are no strangers to big stadiums. What they did the last time they played at Soldier Field and what it means to this group. More Badger Blueprint is next.
Are you worried about getting in and out of your bathtub to shower? Don't step over, step through with Wisconsin walk-in showers. Let us custom fit your tub to be a walk-in shower without any remodeling. Our bathtub conversions take a few hours to complete. Call before you fall. Wisconsin walk-in showers.
It's a fact. We use our internet and TV more than ever, with most of us spending nearly 7 hours a day online. So it's no wonder thousands of families are switching to Spectrum, because most families have up to 8 connected devices, which means they need even more speed. Switch to Spectrum Internet and get the fastest starting speeds for the price. 200 megabits for just $44.99 a month, with a free modem and free security suite included. Call 833-546-4499. When it comes to TV, we're watching more than ever. In fact, 80% of us watch TV every day. Spectrum TV lets you catch all your favorite sports, news, and more live. Plus, download the free Spectrum TV app and watch on your devices. Switch to Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-546-4499. The fact is, Spectrum has the best services at the best price. Switch to Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. We'll even buy out your current contract. Call 833-546-4499.
No more Freon for your AC. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
At JP Morgan, the only definition of wealth that matters is yours. It can be a smaller house, but a bigger nest egg, a goal to work toward, or the freedom to walk away. With 200 years of experience, personalized advice, and commission-free trades on an award-winning app, we're working for you. Planning, investing, advice. JP Morgan Wealth Management.
Just outside of a town called Basic is Basic Lake.
where families gather together for some basic fun. And if you have the 2021 Nissan Rogue with 5 drive modes, you can climb above basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2021 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models, or save up to $42.62 on select models.
Are you worried about getting in and out of your bathtub to shower? Don't step over, step through with Wisconsin walk-in showers. Let us custom fit your tub to be a walk-in shower without any remodeling. Our bathtub conversions take a few hours to complete. Call before you fall. Wisconsin walk-in showers.
Help us collect 6,000 kids' winter coats during Coats for Kids.
The last time the Badgers played at Soldier Field was September 17th, 2011. Wisconsin put a beat down on Northern Illinois. Russell Wilson threw for over 340 yards and 3 scores. Monte Ball rushed for 2 more. And as a team, they racked up over 600 yards of offense. The final score was 49-7. But it wasn't even that close. Matt Henningsen was at that game, and now having the opportunity to play in that venue, well, it's pretty special.
Anytime you get to play in an NFL stadium, you'll remember it, right? It's pretty cool playing in those cool stadiums, especially since I grew up watching the NFC North play.
Not only will they be playing in Soldier Field, but the Badgers will be donning their Forward Collection alternate uniforms for the Shamrock Series. The Camp Randall Arch-inspired all-white unis feature the history of the state of Wisconsin. They look good, they feel good, but do they play good enough for a win against Notre Dame, Jim?
I don't think so. It's hard to trust this team against a ranked opponent. We know the stat. They've lost 6 consecutive games dating back to 2019 against ranked teams. The offense, until it proves to me that it can be good, I think it'll struggle. I'm picking Notre Dame 16, Wisconsin 13.
Notre Dame needed overtime to beat Florida State. It barely beat Toledo and looked okay against Purdue. That being said, Wisconsin hasn't looked great either, but I think the Badgers are the better team and finally get a win over that ranked opponent. I've got UW by 8. And that's it for this week's Badger Blueprint. For Jim Polzine, I'm Zach Hanley. We'll see you next time.
And we're all out of time. Thanks for joining us.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.